The Cardinal King, coming at you live from the Cardinal Cave, and today I'm going to teach you the exclusive secrets to becoming a millionaire on Adobe stock that the YouTube fat cats don't want you to know. I'm going to be completely frank with you guys. Adobe stock, unlike what a lot of YouTubers say, not going to make you a millionaire. I'm guessing that you have to upload a ton of video on here to make it a little bit more worth your while. So I'm going to show you guys what I've made in a year of doing AI images on Adobe stock. We have made $887.11 off of 1,232 downloads. I'm going to go ahead and explain the timeline of how many uploads I did and what happened in each little phase of this project. Right here, I started off with about 1,000 images in this little area. And then I had submitted another 2,000 images, which is where we got this bump right here. The only thing is, before this time period, you could upload as many images as you wanted to Adobe stock for review. And right around here, they capped that to 3,000 images. It would take them 3 months to review those 3,000 images. That was very frustrating because they had a ton of images ready to go and they just weren't reviewing stuff. Like, they were so backlogged that it took them 3 months to review. So we got a nice little bump here in October due to having all those 3,000 images clear. And ever since then, we've been uploading more and more images. Up until right now, I'm at zero with my image uploads, and I'll explain that to you guys a little bit later. So around here, we started making about $100 a month. We've been hitting that average of like $30 a week. Obviously, right here in January, you have a dip because most people who work at offices don't buy anything during New Year's. It's celebration for most of the world. I'm going to show you how much you get paid per image here on Adobe stock, and you're not getting a lot. It's a macro stock site, so you're getting 30 cents an image, 36. Sometimes you do make like $3 an image, but most of the time you're making about 99 cents, $1, 30 cents, 40 cents. It's not a lot, but it does kind of add up quickly. There are some images though that you can make $20 off of a single download. It really depends on what kind of subscription plan the client that's buying the image has. I'm going to take you through some of my best sellers. My very best seller here is this sushi plate that I don't even think this is the best image I had in this set of sushi. It's made $25, so I can't complain, right? I've seen this one pop up in a lot of websites that I think are kind of funny because they're for like official products, and it's like a totally fabricated image, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I got paid, so I don't care. This next one is an anime image of a city skyline. I did a little set of anime backgrounds, which I thought maybe someone who's doing an indie game or a light novel can use. So this one sold $23 worth. This image right here, I sold one single download. I've only sold it once, $21. So someone bought the commercial rights for this so they can make prints. This is from a set I did that was supposed to represent emotions. I believe this emotion's either sadness or melancholy. Here's this image of the bad guys with baklava. Watch out. Here's an anime background. Here's an F1 pilot celebrating. These guys are automated machines for factories. That's kind of where that industry's going. We have more anime houses. This guy is a hacker who works for either the government or an enemy government. More retail thefts. A lot of abstract concepts sell on Adobe stock. So this is time ticking away. The Formula One guys are pretty popular. This one is supposed to be a Halloween one of Office Zombies, but people love this one. So now that I've shown you some of my best sellers, I'm going to show you what my strategies were for setting up images. The first strategy I adopted was we'll see what's in the recent top sellers, and you can go back, you know, you don't have to necessarily be in your first month. You can go back a couple of weeks. They set up one of these once a week and you can see what people are uploading, what's selling best. So after that, I try to divide into things that are kind of seasonal and things that are evergreen. So I try to do a set that was like, hey, this is a set for Christmas. This is a set for 4th of July. And then I also try to do things that were evergreen. So, hey, this is a cool set of patterns. Here's a t-shirt model. So you have to kind of get creative on your own if you want to do this kind of thing. You have to remember that a lot of the stuff that sells on stock image websites is kind of goofy. So you have to kind of get into that mindset. Now that I've shown you some of my process and what I was thinking when I was creating these images and making this portfolio, I want to talk about the fact that if I was to restart right now, would I do it again? And the answer to that question is probably no. One of the strategies I saw adopted early on, people were saying like, oh, if you make a lot of accounts and then you'll have them do only one niche, it's going to make you a lot more. Not the case, because people don't browse stock photos like that. They don't pick like a favorite guy. They pick one image at a time, and when they want to click on an image, they want to see if you have any more. They browse your 10, 20, however many more images you have of the same subject, and that's it. So I've uploaded a lot more quantity on here, and they're all quality, right? Because if not, they wouldn't get accepted. But we have 11,273 images uploaded. If I were to do it again, would I do it again? I don't think so. I did most of the work for this just because I wanted to put the video on the channel and I wanted to share this information with you guys. Obviously, I feel like a lot of YouTubers are a little disingenuous about how much they make on here, which I mean, that's on them, right? Some of them probably do make a ton of money on it, others not. One of the things here that, Adobe uses to kind of gamify this thing and get you a little hooked on it is that they show you your server position. So right now I'm here and that's lifetime. And then they also show you your weekly position. This hasn't been a super good week for me just because I'm usually hovering around the 9,000 area here. The people who are making the big bucks on here are probably selling like video footage. So when you upload, you kind of put them here, and then this is kind of like a holding space for you to tag your images and then submit them. Then they go into this in review folder, and that's when the people from Adobe stock review the footage. Like I said before, when this thing got hot, it took 3 months to upload. They capped the uploads at 3,000 images, and then it took them 3 months to review those images. Now there's no sense or rhyme or reason. This image has been here 2 months. There are some that I submitted last week that got reviewed like within an hour. I had others that were waiting in here for 6 months. So there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to that. And the other thing too is they either get accepted and they go in your main portfolio, or they get not accepted and they go here into this, kind of like throwaway folder so that you don't resubmit the same images. And my batting average for the first, I want to say 6,000 images was maybe, I think I had like 300 that got rejected. So I had a really good batting average, and then I feel like they clamped down after January. Like they've been really clamped down. So now I get maybe, I want to say 10 accepted images for every 100 I submit. And back in the day, it was the opposite ratio. They're being way more strict with the moderation to the point where I don't think it's worth my time to just generate images like this anymore. I think they're passable. They're good. Sometimes I get a little vexed by what they accept and then what they don't accept, because I feel like they just don't accept your best stuff sometimes, which is kind of a bad feeling. That's how much I've made on Adobe stock. Hopefully you've got better experiences. We're kind of learning together. So if you have any questions, comments, put them down in the comments below. We'll chat about it. I'm kind of glad to be back on YouTube. It's been a minute for me. I've been dealing with some personal stuff. Nothing you guys have to worry about. It's all going to be okay. I've got other videos on some AI side hustles and stuff like that in the works. The stuff I've been uploading on the channel recently that hasn't made a lot of sense to you guys quite yet is for Amazon KDP. So that's going to be one of the next videos. All right, guys, it's been the Cardinal King. Out.